Trust me guys, this will get the needle moving again. If you have been stalled out with a ketogenic diet, if you have been intermittent fasting for a while, and you do not see the movement you want to see on the scale, when you drop it down to 1 meal a day and all of your eating for the entire 24 hours happens within 1 hour, you are going to see the needle move finally, and you're going to start seeing the results happen quicker. So a little bit of a personal story for you guys. I've been following the ketogenic diet. I just had a baby, lost a ton of fat, finally moving forward to my goals. Then something happened. I had to stop nursing my daughter. Had nothing to do with keto. I was producing actually an incredible amount of milk with the ketogenic diet while I was nursing her. And I do have a video, first week of keto, that explains how I was doing that. I'll put the little link to check that out up here. But long story short, I was damaged in the hospital after my C-section, all the painkillers. I couldn't really feel what was going on when I was nursing her. And so I had some, damage done that never healed. 2 months later, it was extremely painful. I ended up weaning her. And so that's kind of a little bit about my backstory. If you are currently nursing or pregnant, the OMAD lifestyle diet is not for you. Don't even try it. It's just not the right time, but it will be soon once you have your baby and you're ready to get on track with that. So if you want to watch this to learn what to do later in the future, that's a good idea. Anyway, so I was on track to my goals. I stopped nursing. When I stopped nursing, that 1 month, almost, I guess 5 weeks after I weaned her, I kind of stalled my progress. And I expected that to happen because when you're nursing, your body is pulling the sugar from your body, the glucose, and it's using it for the milk. So you're actually going to be at a higher level of ketosis naturally that way. So I understood that that was probably going to happen. I wasn't stressed out about it. And I didn't even watch the scale. Anyway, I wanted to get things moving again though and headed back in the right direction. And so I decided to do some OMAD, some 1 meal a day strategy. And it's been incredible. So amazing that I want to come to you guys and talk to you about this, because not only does it save you a ton of money by eating 1 meal a day because you're not snacking all day, you're not spending money on multiple meals, you're just eating 1 meal a day, but it also increases your productivity, makes you feel amazing, and gives you tons of energy. And it honestly, it's probably the best way of intermittent fasting that I have personally found. Now, if you're brand new to intermittent fasting, I do not suggest you just jump in with 1 meal a day. I think you should lead up to that, and I have personally been doing a 16 8-hour fast for a little while. So because I've been used to it, my body's used to that, and I'm also fat adapted with the ketogenic diet, it was the perfect time for me to experiment with OMAD to see how I would feel and if I could do it. And for me, it works perfect. So for you, I recommend, if you are just getting started into the ketogenic diet, you give your body a few weeks to get used to changing the metabolism from burning glucose to burning fat for fuel. And then you ease into intermittent fasting, starting with a 16 8-hour fast, which means you are fasted for 16 hours and you eat within an 8-hour window. And then what you can do is you can scale back that 8-hour feeding window to maybe 4 hours. And then when you're ready to try 1 meal a day, trust me guys, this will get the needle moving again. If you have been stalled out with a ketogenic diet, if you have been intermittent fasting for a while and you do not see the movement you want to see on the scale, when you drop it down to 1 meal a day and all of your eating for the entire 24 hours happens within 1 hour, you are going to see the needle move finally, and you're going to start seeing the results happen quicker. And I know a lot of you guys want that. That's your goal, right? So I have some ideas for you to help you get through the 1 meal a day strategy and actually make that an easy transition in your lifestyle and not torture and to not be hungry throughout this whole thing. So as you guys know, when you eat at specific times of day, your body is going to be releasing a hormone called ghrelin, and that hormone is the signal that tells your body that you are hungry. And so if you're just getting started in intermittent fasting and you find that even a 16 8-hour fast is really difficult for you, that is because of the hunger hormone. But when you start pushing back your first meal, what's going to happen is your body's going to get the hint and it's going to stop producing ghrelin, that hunger hormone, at that time of day, and it will start producing it when you're in your normal, typical, new pattern of having your first meal. So if at first you feel like you're hungry and you know it's hard for you to maybe stretch it out, even get to that 16-hour point, just know it'll get easier if you keep pushing and keep doing it. It usually takes about 3 days for your hormones to start regulating so that you can take control of that and you can stick to the 16 8-hour window. And so now, during the OMAD 1 meal a day period, you want to be consuming lots of water, tons of water. When you have your first meal to break your fast, it's really suggested that you have a very nutrition-packed meal. Load up on the healthy fats like avocado, olives. Have some great protein sources that are also high in fats like salmon, or you can do ground beef that's a higher fat quantity. You want to have really great healthy oils in there, and you just want to make sure that the foods that you are eating in that one meal is balancing you out. So you want to be having, salads are really great for this. I love to have just a big salad with all of the healthy things that I want in there. The veggies, the healthy meats. I also have a beginner's guide, an ultimate beginner's guide to the ketogenic diet, and I'll put the link up here if you haven't watched that one. That video has just surpassed 2 million views. So if you're brand new to keto, you should definitely check that one out if you want to know what to eat in, with the keto lifestyle. But as far as OMAD, some people do the 1 meal a day and they eat whatever the heck they want in that 1 hour and then continue on. My brother is a perfect example of this. He lost almost 100 pounds doing OMAD. He literally just said, I am only going to eat 1 meal a day going forward, and that's what he did, and he just lost all this weight, and he literally did eat whatever he wanted within that 1 hour of his feeding window. Now he was really busy working, so he was out around, and he wasn't like just sitting around doing nothing, sitting in front of a TV, because that would make it really hard to stick to 1 meal a day, especially if you're used to snacking a lot, and you have to break a lot of those triggers that will cause you to eat. If you're used to snacking while you're driving, all of these things can be a challenge for you that you have to break through. So drinking something can really help you there. Drinking coffee can also help, because coffee will help you. So if you wake up in the morning, you drink some coffee, that's a great way to get started. Now I'm going to talk about my strategy a little later on and how I'm doing this, but I can tell you guys, since I started the OMAD lifestyle, it's just been amazing. And so I really, really recommend that you give it a try. Now, who is OMAD not right for? Some people should not be doing OMAD. As I mentioned before, anyone who is pregnant, anyone who is nursing, anyone who is on any diabetes medication, you really should talk to your doctor before any of that. Also, children, I don't even think I really need to say that, but maybe I do. So children should not be doing the OMAD, and anyone who has eating disorders or is currently underweight, you probably should not be doing the OMAD, even though the OMAD lifestyle is not just about fat loss. There's also a ton of cell benefits to following this. You're going to have an increase of autophagy, which is the cell turnover. It's going to be getting rid of, cleansing you of all of those damaged cells so that you have all this new cell turnover. So like your skin, all of these things are amazing. The other thing that is so great about OMAD, when I was doing the research on this, is how it helps your microbiome. Your microbiome, those little gut bacteria. A lot of people who complain about having a lot of bloating in their midsection with the ketogenic diet, sometimes the problem is actually an overgrowth of the bacteria. And when you OMAD, it's almost like, I heard, someone compare it to like weed whacking or giving your lawn, taking a lawnmower to your lawn, you're basically going to be cutting down a lot of the bacteria that's in your gut, and even healthy bacteria. If you have an overgrowth, you're going to experience a lot of bloating and stuff, especially when you have fibrous foods. And so by doing OMAD a few times a week, 1 day a week even, or up to 5 days a week, or even 7 days a week. When you do that, your body's going to be kind of like self-regulating that bacteria, the healthy bacteria, and it just creates an amazing environment for your microbiome. So there is actually a time of day when I recommend that you do the OMAD strategy and break your fast. Typically that would be in the afternoon or as late as you can go. If you can push it towards like 5 p.m., that for me, I have found extremely successful in my life, because I just go all day fasted and I don't even think about it and I just work. It helps my productivity so much. And then I break my fast with a nice, healthy, ketogenic meal. And then it's early enough that it's not so close to bedtime, but it's not so early that I'm gonna be tempted to eat something later on. But you just wanna do it in your life in a way that it can actually stick. So if you typically have dinner with your family, have your meal at dinner time. If you have to shift it throughout the week, depending on what your schedule is, like if you have a meeting with a client or something over lunch, have your one meal that day so you can just kind of shift it around to the way that works best in your lifestyle. Ideally, you kind of want to stick to the same schedule every day if you can, but if you can't, don't worry about it. Just do it how you can do it. And you definitely want to stay hydrated throughout the entire day. You want to make sure you're taking magnesium and getting plenty of electrolytes before bed. So I love taking magnesium right before bed. It helps with sleep, all of those things. And also, if you have your last or your only meal towards 5 o'clock, then the vitamins are going to absorb in your system while you're sleeping. So that, as well as a multivitamin, is really great. So I'm going to explain to you guys how I have been successful at this, because I've tried OMAD in the past, like years ago, back when I was on my initial loss journey after my 2 kids were born. To lose the baby weight, I lost 75 pounds. I got really into intermittent fasting, and that's really when I started this channel and helping people reach their goals with a ketogenic lifestyle. But when I tried OMAD, it was a struggle. I tried it, I kept falling off track with it. Maybe I did it once in a week and I was like, I just want to eat the whole house. And then I figured something out that really made this so easy to do. And the answer to that is exogenous ketones. So if you're drinking exogenous ketones, but not just any exogenous ketone, I personally am obsessed with the NAT exogenous ketones, because they're the world's first and only naturally fermented ketone, which means your body's going to absorb it at a different rate and it's going to stay in your system longer. It's going to help you maximize the benefits of the fast, and especially if your goal is fat loss, if the whole purpose of this entire OMAD for you is fat loss, then you can really drink as much of the ketones that you want within your fasted window. They have some incredible flavors, like amazing flavors. I love the new seasonal flavors they have. There's this one, True Passion, that's like super good. But they're all really good. And so what I've been doing is I've been waking up in the morning, and I have found when I do this, instead of coffee, I am able to extend that fast later in the afternoon much easier than if I have coffee, because for some reason I have the coffee and then I kind of want to break my fast around lunchtime. But when I start it with the exogenous ketones and I work out while I'm fasted, like just do a 30-minute lifting or cardio workout while fasted and drinking the ketones, you're maximizing that fat burning potential, but then you're also going to stay on track with your OMAD until you reach your desired fast breaking time, your 1 hour that you're going to be eating. And so I'll have the ketone at that time, and then I'll have another one whenever I feel like it. If I feel like it again in a couple hours, I will have another one, and it's just a great boost. And you can also check your blood ketone levels throughout the day with a meter. I love the Keto Mojo, and my followers actually get 15% off their Keto Mojo order. I'll put the link in the description so you can check that out. But by testing your blood ketone levels throughout the day, you can see when your ketone levels typically drop naturally. For me, that's in the morning. So I'm sure to have my ketones in the morning, continue on with my fast. Sometimes I'll have the ketones in the morning, and then a couple hours later, after my workout and all of that, I will then have a cup of coffee. In that coffee, I will put half and half and some stevia. I try to make that coffee drink less than 50 calories because I want to maximize the human growth hormone production that is going on in my body, tightening, loose skin, all of that stuff from pregnancy and also fat loss. And so I do that, and I will eat. And then sometimes I will either have another ketone or maybe some bone broth before I go to bed. So if you have a meal at like 5 o'clock and then you get to like 9, like not 9, that's a little too late. But if you get to around 7 p.m. and you're like, I feel like eating something else. If you get that feeling, then bone broth is amazing. And so the bone broth, once again, that I use has ketones in it, the nat ketones. And so there's a couple amazing flavors of that. I'll put all of the information in the description. And I also have a group to help you, support you with this lifestyle, as well as a trial package to be able to try all of these products to see how they help you in your lifestyle. You don't have to jump all in with all of it, a big, huge package of it. You can try it, see if it helps your OMAD, see if it helps you get you to the distance where you just want to then break your fast and maximize being able to try this diet and do it. When you get going on this lifestyle, you can do this every day. Like I mentioned, you can do it 1 day a week. Even 1 day a week has been shown to have just amazing, incredible benefits for you in your body. But ideally you want to do right around 3 days a week to 5 days a week. That would probably be what you want. I am personally focusing on 3 to 5 days. That's my goal. And I have seen this scale flying down like ever since I started the OMAD lifestyle. So I'm telling you guys, if you can do it, if you can try it, go for it. If you're just getting into keto, wait a little bit and then introduce that a little later if you hit a plateau, as well as start with the 16 8-hour intermittent fast and then try OMAD down the line. So if you're someone who's been doing keto for a while, you're feeling like you've hit that stall, hit a wall, you think you're doing everything right, you're tracking your macros, your calories are not ridiculously crazy, everything looks good, but why aren't you losing? Trying the 1 meal a day strategy, I think, is going to actually get things moving in the right direction, and that's the goal. And I want to see all of you guys get to your ultimate goal. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new here, be sure you hit that subscribe button, and I would love to hear what you think about this video in comments, or if you personally have been doing the OMAD lifestyle diet, post about it. I would love to hear it. So thanks guys for watching this one. Take care.